y'all, let's talk Empire. So this episode, the big focus was this trust tour that Empire is embarking on to try to gain back the trust of all the Empire fans after that big data mining scandal that was exposed. And so we have all of the all-stars of Empire embarking on a tour stop in Philadelphia. But before we get to that, Thirsty comes clean to Lucius that he is kind of in deep shit with the FBI over Damon Cross. This causes Lucius to make rash decisions and quickly try to, remove himself and all of his ties to Damon Cross, which pisses off Cookie because that involves Lucius using the charity that was supposed to be doing good for the two of them to kind of embezzle money, more or less. So she is pissed. And Damon Cross, of course, gets wind of all of this. So it is a complete shit show right off the bat. But this whole Damon Cross thing popping up at Empire Records seems to kind of be a turn on to Giselle. As Lucius pointed out, you already have one dead husband. Do you need to? But Lucius and Cookie want nothing to do with Damon, but Giselle comes up with a scheme to invite Damon to the tour so that it seems more like they have legitimate business with each other in case the feds are watching. Now, this is going to create problems later, but I'll get to that later. So, back to this tour stop. Becky is MIA because she's sick, so we have Portia taking charge and rallying the troops and holding it down. And I'm proud to see Portia stepping up in a leadership role, especially because it doesn't seem like Cookie and Lucius are micromanaging like they usually do. So we have one bus with Hakeem by himself, so we don't see much of Hakeem again for another episode, but we do see plenty of Tiana, Blake, I still forget the girl's name. I wish I could remember her name. Anyway, she's whatever. We have Blake, Tiana, Treasure, a little scandalous though, and the assistant. I'll remember her name next recap. So anyway, so they're on a bus together, and this like Papi Chulo dude is like really coming on to Tiana tough, but she's kind of blowing him off. She's not really trying to hear it. Same with Treasure. But Blake is feeling a little nostalgic, feeling a little, feelings for Tiana. But again, she's kind of being a tease, but not necessarily playing into Blake's hands. So anyway, get to Philadelphia. They're doing a dress rehearsal with the VIPs, and it is a complete disaster. Treasure is just not ready for prime time, and Treasure's sleazy manager showing up definitely took her off her A game. That also created another problem for Lucius to have to deal with, but I'll get to that in a second. So Treasure trying to, kind of upstage Tiana, but also getting completely freaked out by the technical difficulties happening, fell on the stage and her wig did not fall with her. So they have this little internet personality who is giving commentary throughout the show, which is obviously very derogatory, as internet personalities are wont to do, not including me. I'm not an internet personality, for the record. I'm just a girl with an opinion, okay? But anyway, so this girl's giving them a hard time. So of course this makes the highlight reel or the low light reel. And Treasure is humiliated by this. Tiana gets a little kiki out of it. And everybody gets to say, I told you so. She's not ready for prime time. But Lucius comes and he offers his words of encouragement to Treasure and how he sees something in her that was in himself. Okay, Lucius. But going back to the problem that Treasure's little scandalous stuff is creating, her manager, her sleazy manager, shows up and Lucius says that he will buy Treasure out of her contract for $30,000. So he calls up Andre. Well, Andre is dealing with his cancer situation. He has stage 4 cancer, but his girlfriend is right there by him, side by his side. Since she's a nurse, obviously she has a little bit of an inside track to good doctors. And so, she finds a doctor for Andre and he embarks on the super aggressive cancer treatment. Now, he doesn't want his family to know, so it's really a lot of burden on his girlfriend. And so anyway, Lucius calls up Andre. He asks him to get the money together, but Andre completely has a medical breakdown, and we find out later that Andre never got around to getting the money. Okay, so anyways, back to the tour. So the first night of the dress rehearsal was a disaster. Okay. The second night though, everybody rallied. They finally got their act together. Tiana and Treasure and Blake and Papi Chulo did a great performance. It was a huge hit. But, you know, the big climax of the concert was Jamal. Now, y'all know I'm Team Jesse. So, you know, his scenes have a little bit more punch to it because we know that he's been embattled over the past couple of weeks with all the drama. And so I don't know the timing of when these scenes were filmed, but you definitely see a little bit more raw emotion in Jussie Smollett and in Jamal's character. Now in the scene, he's performing his song. It's a love song that's a tribute to his ex-fiance, Kai. And, you know, he has a breakdown on stage, and my heart just ached for poor Jamal / Jussie. So he was breaking down, and the crowd was like, "We love you, Jamal." And I was like, "We love you, Jussie." So anyways, Joss Stone, I forget her name on the show, but she's the British soul girl on the show. She saves the day. She walks out, you know, not white savior type save the day, but, you know, just like save the concert day. So she comes out. She sounds amazing. The duet is incredible. And I was like, yes. This is what we love in Empire. We love the music. We love the performances. So that was absolutely awesome. I love it. I can't wait for it to hit Tidal or whatever kind of streaming services so I can save it on my phone and listen to it all the time. But it was a great performance. And this is what I was alluding to when I said, hey, they need to lean into this Jussie controversy because the drama on the show really is so great, and it really lends well to what's going on in real life. Anyway, but of course, it can't be all good. We have Lucius and Cookie still at odds with each other, and Damon Cross is slithering around trying to push up to Cookie. So, little tramp-ass Treasure gets a little bit too drunk and tries to push up on Lucius. Of course, while she's doing this, he is protesting, don't get me wrong, but Cookie walks in and she just assumes the worst and storms off and finds herself in Damon Cross's room. Cookie, come on, girl. You should know Lucius a lot better than that. And I think that, to me, I think the show is at its worst when Lucius and Cookie are not vibing. I feel like Lucius and Cookie are the nucleus of the show. I love to see them happy. It just falls flat when they're at odds. And with the previews, we know that she's going to feel really guilty about it and try to make up for it. And it was like, well, why'd you have to go and deal with Damon Cross at all? Anyway, he's bad news. And, you know, Lucius was not guilty. So anyways, she's running off with Damon Cross. Meanwhile, Terry broke the news to Lucius that Andre is really sick. He's devastated. He doesn't know how to process his emotion. And here comes Treasure's punk-ass manager. The wrong place at the wrong time. And let me tell you, Lucius beat the life out of him. I don't know if he dead, but he sure seemed dead. So now this is a whole nother can of worms. The feds is watching Lucius out there killing people with his bare hands. Cookie is out there hoeing with doggone Damon Cross. It's a mess, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel for Jamal because Kai shows up. I could do without Kai, but you know what? Hopefully if he's back, he's here to embrace Jamal. So, more drama on the horizon for the Lions and for Empire, but I'm here for it, so stay tuned.